let me let me begin by congratulating the 2000 winners of the Daily Star Awards this year. You have all maneuvered through hours of homework, mock tests, exams, and still you have managed to keep your friends updated on your life through Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. And I can see two of you over there snapping away while I'm talking. Well done to all of you. A big round of applause. We are proud of you. Your parents are proud of you, and Bangladesh is proud of you. I also figured out this morning when I was talking to Mahfouz Bhai that he has sandwiched me between himself, and he is a fiery speaker, and the eloquent Professor Zafar Iqbal. So I'm sure whatever little I say, you will forget it by the time you leave this venue. But still, I want to share 3 reflections with you, which I hope, if they stick with you, may add value as you move forward in your lives. তোমরা আজকে সকালে নিউজপেপার দেখেছো কতজন? Can you raise your hands? All right, few. You need to read paper. When I was coming here, the lead news in the Daily Star, আজকে সকালে, is about a suspected suicide bomber. গতকালকে he blew himself. Yesterday in the RAP compound. That is the reality of Bangladesh. And what you saw in the video a few minutes ago is the promise of Bangladesh. কি স্বপ্ন নিয়ে আমরা বাংলাদেশ তৈরি করেছিলাম আমাদের বাবাদের প্রজন্ম, and what is the reality right now in our country. And I want to build on what Mahfouz Bhai had so eloquently said, that we need to have tolerance for diversity of religion. But when I think about this tolerance and what is the work that needs to be done by your generation, because you are growing up in a world that is very different from the world that we grew up in. And what comes to my mind is curiosity. আমাদের মধ্যে একটা curiosity থাকতে হবে, একটা জানার আগ্রহ থাকতে হবে. And when I think about curiosity, I think about my daughter. My daughter is 17 months old, and she's at that stage in life, যখন ও পৃথিবীতে সামনে যাই দেখে, she thinks the whole world is a buffet menu. যেটাই সে দেখে সেটা সে মুখের মধ্যে দেয়। এবং ফার্স্ট ডে she looks at me and she says, বাবা কি পারমিশন দিচ্ছে, shall I put it in my mouth? So she's wondering, এটা কি খাওয়া যাবে নাকি খাওয়া যাবে না. We all are born with curiosity, but as we go through life, we gain knowledge, and our knowledge turns to arrogance, and we become arrogant thinking what I know is the only right. My version of truth is the only version of truth. And so many of the conflicts happen in the world today because আমরা মনে করি আমার সত্যই সত্য, তোমার সত্য সত্য না, I am going to impose my truth on you. So we need to have the humility to reframe our truths as assumption. Your truth may be different from my truth, and I need to accommodate that. এবং বাংলাদেশে we need to all live together with this diversity of values and ideologies, understanding যে সবাইকে মিলে আমাদেরকে বাংলাদেশ করতে হবে, and we need to retain that curiosity. So that's my number 1 reflection. The second reflection that I want to share with you is about doing what matters to you most. তোমাদের এখানে যারা এখানে এসেছো, you all have dreams for yourselves. And when I was your age, I had a dream as well. I was fascinated by leadership when I was young. And I remember the first book I read was called Effective Leadership. আমার বয়স ছিল তখন 15. When I was 18, I thought I want to become a leader. I went to college, and at college, I spent more time running campaigns than studying economics, which was my discipline. In my final year, I ran to become the first non-white president of a 600-year-old institution, St. Andrews Students' Union in Scotland. I ran against 6 other people, and I lost that election. When I look back at my life now, I think that is the best thing that happened to me, because that failure taught me 2 important lessons in life. One, it taught me humility, and second, it taught me restraint. So I come back to Bangladesh. I work as an economist for 3 years, then I go to Harvard. In 2008, when I came back to Bangladesh, I had a singular mission. I want to serve my country. আমরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে তোমরা এখানে অনেকে বিদেশে পড়ালেখা করতে যাবে। You have big dreams for yourself. আমার স্বপ্ন ছিল একটা young person, whatever education, সে হার্ভার্ডে পাবে, স্ট্যানফোর্ডে পাবে, MIT-তে পাবে, the same education we want to make it available in Bangladesh. যেন বাংলাদেশের নতুন প্রজন্ম বাংলাদেশে বসে একটা ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্লাস লিডারশিপ এডুকেশন পায় and they can transform our country. So that was my dream. But my father had a different dream for me. আমার বাবার স্বপ্ন ছিল I would be an economist. আমার মায়ের স্বপ্ন ছিল I would join the foreign service. And when I was working on BYLC, প্রথম 3 বছর I worked from home. And I did not have a steady paycheck. My friends thought I had gone crazy. এবং আমার মায়ের biggest fear was I would never get married. And the reason I'm saying this to you, but I stayed committed to my dream. I pursued what mattered to me most. তোমার জীবনে এখন তোমার বাবার একটা স্বপ্ন থাকবে, which is great. তোমার মায়ের একটা স্বপ্ন থাকবে, তোমার বন্ধুদের একটা স্বপ্ন থাকবে. Now you are getting the Daily Star awards. So Daily Star has expectations from you. But life is too short to be fulfilling other people's dreams for you. You must the list of expectations is long, but your time is limited. So you must pursue what matters to you most. So follow your heart and do what matters to you most. That's my second reflection. The third reflection I want to share with you is about a book I read 2 months ago. This book is about a young neurosurgeon who goes to college at Stanford. Stanford থেকে পড়ার পর he goes to Cambridge. After Cambridge, he goes to the Yale and he gets a degree, a MD degree. And then Paul Kalanithi comes to Stanford Medical. He's doing his residency. Paul gets married. Paul is flying high. His life is on track. He has a beautiful wife. And his professors at Stanford offer him a professorship, which is a very prestigious thing. Till one day, Paul is 34. He feels an acute pain on his back. Paul goes to the doctor, তার জ্বর আসছে, and the doctor diagnoses Paul with stage 4 lung cancer. Then Paul is asking himself, আমার লাইফে ফিউচারটা কি? Because all my life I have planned for the future. আমি এত বছর ধরে মেডিকেল ডিগ্রি নিলাম, I have become trained as a neurosurgeon. My life belongs to the future. But just when I am about to hit the accelerator on my life, I feel as if life has put its brakes on me. Paul and his wife decide that they will try to have a baby. And Caddy, their daughter, is born. Pauler শরীর খারাপ হতে থাকে, Caddy আরো blossom করতে থাকে. And then Paul decides to write a book. And in that book, Paul has a message for his daughter. And Paul says to his daughter, when you look at the ledger of your life, when you are looking at what you have taken to the world and what you have given to the world, my daughter, never discount the fact that you have brought a sated joy to a dying man's heart, and that right now is an enormous thing. In 2015, at age 37, Paul dies. The reason I share this story with you is to remind you, because it reminds me of our own mortality, the finitude of life. আমাদের এই পৃথিবীতে সময় খুবই অল্প, and we cannot afford to live in the future. We must live in the present, right now. তোমার যদি মনে হয় আমি আমার সমাজের জন্য কাজ করতে চাই, do it right now. Don't wait till you become the CEO, till you become a member of parliament. If you want to transform your society, your time is now. You see, life is not just about forging a career or fashioning a castle. Life is about impact. And as you leave, the safe shores of your schools and journey towards the adventures and all that life has to offer. I hope and pray that you enjoy a life of purpose and a life of prosperity. And your life's purpose will come when you're serving others. Because if survival is the only goal, then amra ei room e jara achi, all of us would fail in that test. The purpose of life is to thrive. To thrive means to grow in new ways, to connect to something that is bigger than ourselves. Every single day, every morning is a gift. Every day is an opportunity for us to make a difference. So make your hours count. Your life is a gift. And I hope and pray that by the time your time is over, you are done with this world, your life becomes a gift to the world. Thank you very much.